welcome to Slave Finance, where we slave finance. Yesterday we did not slave finance at all. Donte, he killed the ladder. Uh, that's pretty much it. He was our only pick. He killed the ladder. We got to start over now. That's all good. That's all good. But he was missing open threes. He took like eight or so shots in the first half. You know, he got some. He got a fast break dunk. He hit a three. Uh, but they had him with Bogey. Bogey got hot. You remember I said that I locked in Bogdanovich on underdog at 13.5 points. He hit that like before halftime. He had like 19, something like that. He had like 16, something like that. So they're both wing players. So it was just his day. He was going crazy. They didn't really go to Donte at all. They had Donte on the weak side in the corner, just sitting there. Tom Thibodeau doesn't really play the best offensive sets. Everything kind of just flows through a Julius Randle isolation, even though he didn't play, or a Jalen Brunson pick and roll. That's why Jalen Brunson gets trapped a lot. But it is what it is. He got to 10. He passed the ball to some people. They just didn't hit their shot. He had some rebounds tipped away from him. It's just part of the game. He was still hustling. He had some steals. He had some blocks in the first half. It's just unfortunate. He was just four away. An open three that he missed, and then a pass, an assist that somebody else missed, he would have had it. But it is what it is. He had the opportunity. It ultimately just boiled down to Tom Thibodeau doing Tom Thibodeau things. So yeah, and he was missing open shots. That too. He's not completely off the hook. But it's everybody's night. He was due for not making his line. I probably, looking back on it, I probably shouldn't have taken it just because of the fact that Bogdanovich was just getting into the offense. It's All-Star weekend, so they had a chance to kind of get him adjusted. He had a game with 11. He had a game with 15. The next game, I think, since he had been on the Knicks, and then he just decided to snap this day. He was due. So I'll take that. It wasn't a bad read, but it could have been better, of course. So if you started telling me yesterday, I'm so sorry, because you just lost all your money. But it's all good, because I got y'all with a special today. So, well, let's go back to the ladder. Let's just check on the ladder. I'm kind of edited a little bit. I made it so that if I get through day 3, I'll be fine. I just need to get through day 3. So before it was if you lose day 1s through 4, you go back. But I made it 3. I feel like that's more consistent. It also lines up better down here. I gotta fix this. I gotta add if you lose on day 11, day 12, day 13. But it makes sense you lose right here. You go back to this beginning phase, this evaluation phase, kinda, and then yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. Just a little edit on the fly. We always try to get better. When we lose, we try to get better. But we try to get better. But anyways, I got y'all with a little special. You know, I got y'all with the heat today because I lost. I decided to do a little special video. So not only if you watch the YouTube short videos, I get these picks. I throw in Damian Lillard because he's my favorite player, and he's been not shooting the best this year. So out of 26 games, I think 7 of them, I think going to be 30-point plus. I feel like he's going to snap. He might have a game with 50. He's due. He just had a great All-Star weekend, winning All-Star, whatever. But I was more confident in these picks, especially Colin Sexton. If you got Colin Sexton, good for you, because that's just plenty of opportunity for him to get a double-double. Even if he has like 1 on this season, it's plenty of opportunity. And unless Keontae George takes the leap, that's really all I'm worried about. If Keontae George takes the leap, but I'm confident these picks. Hopefully, you locked them in when you saw my YouTube short video I dropped yesterday. If you didn't see it, then I don't know what to tell you. But moving on, these are kind of sneak peeks, but this is the ladder play. DeAndre Ayton is not available no more at 11.5. He's not available. So he got bumped to 12.5 when I was making my Flex Friday slip. So, Yeah, I mean, this is the ladder play, but it got bumped before I could even make the video. So, because of that and because of me losing, I'm deciding to do a little Flex Friday. Little Flex Friday type of vibe. So as you see, I got 6 players here. Rudy Gobert over on 2.5 dunks. Tyus Jones over fantasy score 29.5. Over 27.0 for Brook Lopez fantasy score. Felipe Dos Santos to get over 70.5 significant strikes. Ray Farkey to get over 9.0 maps 1 through 3 kills. And Karl-Anthony Towns to get over 2.5 assists. Those are the plays. Lock them in if you watching the video early or whatever. But of course, I'm going to give an analysis for them. Since it's 6 picks, this video might be a little on the long side, but it's more information for you. You can skip around if you want. You can put in the picks and leave if you want. It's all good. But we gonna get to it regardless. So starting off with Rudy Gobert. Starting off, I'm always looking at something that has nothing to do with the video, but I really be researching for real. But all right, so with dunk lines, really all you can go off of is hit rate. Not gonna lie, and just knowledge of the game. Uh, just knowledge of the game, honestly. So Rudy Gobert, 2.5 dunks. He hits this a lot. Last time I played this, I think he missed last time I played this. I think this game was the last time I played it. They got blown out. He got subbed out. He missed the alley oop too. So, so the only way he's misses is if he literally misses the dunk. But there's plenty of dunk opportunities. That's what I care about. I didn't even check the head to head. Yeah, he hit it last time he played Milwaukee. Uh, he's really consistent to get these dunks. It's Rudy Gobert. If he's going to get you like 12 points, chances are maybe 3 of them is going to be dunks. They're all going to be inside the paint right under the basket. He might hit a couple free throws. He had like 7 one game. He going to get you the dunks, and he's playing the Bucks, so it's no blowout potential like with Portland because he just sat out. Yeah, he really just sat out, honestly, and missed the dunk. He would have hit for sure. And then he had like a tip in, which could have counted as a dunk, but it's whatever. But I like the matchup. Brooke. I don't know why. I just like the matchup. I like the fast pace that the Bucks play with. The Bucks, they just get to it. That's why they're second in points. They're going crazy, even if they aren't even closing out games as much as they should be. But part of that is due to the coaching changes and everything. But I still like Rudy. This is a consistent line. This is like one of them lines where you see it, you just take it. I really like this. He hit it last time he played them. I mean, you can't really ask for too much more. This is his game. It's hit from me before. That's pretty much it. Great hit rate. It's not really any odds for this. It just is what it is. We can check his points, see how much they got. His line is at like 14.5, so that's like, let's just say he gets to 14 because he's favored to go under 14.5 and over 14.5. But let's just say he gets 14. Less than 6 of those 14 points being dunks, that's not too much to ask for. It's Rudy Gobert, So I really like that. I've cashed on him before. I've lost on him before. It is what it is. So that's the first pick. Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones. Y'all didn't know, I love Tyus Jones. I used to be a Tyus Jones hater when he played for the Grizzlies. I'm not going to cap. I did not see the hype. I noted him as a player that he had a good floater, but that's like all he was doing on the Grizzlies was just shooting them floaters. And when he was taking over for Ja, he just wasn't. I wasn't respecting what he provided, because I noted him as like a solid role player, one that didn't really make mistakes. Like Curry wasn't cooking him when he was playing. Uh, he wasn't getting cooked. He wasn't making the worst mistakes. He got blocked a few times on them floaters, but and he could space the floor. He could play off ball. He didn't need the ball in his hands. But I was just chatting back then. But now I'm seeing him in his. I don't even know what to call it. Just like he's just going crazy, honestly. And I noticed that when I started watching a lot of Wizards games this year, I was watching him and I was noticing like he's really, really consistent. Really, really consistent. But his fantasy score is super high compared to where it usually is. And we're going to see why. We're going to see why it's so high. So, Tyus Jones, if you have not been paying attention to him, has been on a tear. His 8.5 assists is like the most popular pick tonight on PrizePicks, and that's because he's absolutely going stupid. Like he's just going crazy recently, and a lot of that is because look at his PA. He's 14 dimes, 15 dimes, 16 dimes, 9, 9, 8, 8. Like not like come on, bro. He's going ballistic, and I love to see it. You know, if he wait, I was doing some math, but with fantasy score, if you didn't know, you get like 1 per point, 1.2 per board, 1.5 per assist, 3 for every block and steal, and then -1 for every turnover. So his line, what I like to do with fantasy score is I like to take their line. I like to be conservative, so I instead of saying 12.5, I'll go to 12. I'll be like, okay, if he scored 12, if he got 8 assists, if he got 2 rebounds, even though RotoWire got him projected for 4, but he got 2 rebounds. He only got 1 stock because 1.5 line. They think he's going to get 1, but they don't want to make it 0.5. You know what I'm saying? Because he could get 2, but that's how they be pricing it. But he got 1 stock, and he got 1 turnover because maybe even 2 turnovers. But if he got all of that, he would be at like a 26.4. He'll be somewhere around there, 27.4, I think. Something around there. We only need 29.5, and that's if he went under like almost like literally everything. So if he went over a couple lines, he would get like a few more dimes. He get a couple more boards. He score a few more points. He's going over that 29.5. That's how I like to see it. You know, Tyus is he's snapping. Last time he played OKC, he snapped, and that's before they started moving Jordan Poole minutes. I think he came off the bench last game. Uh, yeah, it was just a lot going on. They're giving Tyus the keys to facilitate a lot more now. Now that they realize that what he was doing with limited usage. So hopefully he keeps this trend up. Hopefully we just need him to get like 30. You know, that's that's all we need. We just need him to get like 30. But I like it. RotoWire likes it. They got him projected for 34 almost. His PRA at 24. I like that. Uh, it's solid. It's solid. It's solid. They think he's gonna hit some threes. It is what it is. It's solid. But yeah, that was a great play. That's why y'all see me make a 2-man with these two. But that was before I found the Aiden play. Yeah, honestly, that's all I did. Now, Brook Lopez fantasy score. Now, I know y'all see who he playing. Brook Lopez is playing the best defensive team in the league, and he's playing Minnesota, who have the Twin Towers. If you didn't know, Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns. Those are some big bodies. But this is one of my favorite strategies and go-tos. Brook Lopez fantasy score, whenever it's at 27, I pretty much almost always take it. You know why? Because he's consistent. So we could check out Brook Lopez right here. Brook Lopez is a sneaky one when it comes to fantasy score. And fantasy score is big for him because he gets a lot of blocks and steals. Mainly blocks. But look at checking the fantasy score. The only time he didn't cash recently was this Miami game, and that was just a horrible game for Milwaukee in general. I was watching that. I was so disappointed. But he's just been cashing. Like, this is ridiculous how much he's been cashing. And these are against like some good teams too. Good teams, bad teams. You got a Boston in there. You got Cleveland. They got blown out. He still hit. And they had Jaren Jackson, and they had not Jaren Jackson, Jarrett Allen, and they had Evan Mobley. Just killing Cleveland again. Like he hits it. He hits it for sure. That's a game against Jokic. Here's a game against Minnesota. 30. Like, this is what he's good for. He's good for this. He hit again but that's like 2 years ago. But still, like, he's really consistent with it. He's been going crazy the whole season. A little slow start But then he started getting into, that's not even a slow start. That's like, 50-50. Then he really started getting into the groove. And that's really what it is. But anybody hurt, Middleton's out. Same thing. He doesn't really affect his fantasy score that much. Uh Look, he hit it against Minnesota last time Middleton didn't play. So, you know, it is what it is, honestly. But, if he gets like, let's just say 11 points, he gets, an assist. What's that? Like 12.5. Uh, where the rebounds at? So we can just see where the lines are. If he gets like 5 boards, 1.2 times 5, I can't even do math. That's like 6. 6 plus that 12.5. Like he's, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't even add up for real. But then you gotta account for his stocks. Once you add in the fact that he's minus 160 to go over 2.5, and he got 3 last time he played them, and he had 6 last time he played a game in general. Like, and he's guaranteed to, well, not guaranteed, but he's basically set to get one. You know, you that adds up. Even if he had 11 points, 5 boards, 1 assist, he went under every line. If he goes under overstocks, he's think he's still good to get it. I'm just doing quick math in my head, but he's close regardless. He get a turnover -1 is cool. But I really like this. I like the usage because literally the Bucks, they can't really afford not to play. Look, he got it in 25 minutes. Like, come on, bro. He got it in 25 minutes. He's probably going to get closer to like 35, 34. Let's be realistic here. He's probably going to get closer to that. He doesn't foul too much. These are, that's Jokic. Like, that's he just was fouling. It's a close game. He doesn't foul too much. You don't got to worry about like that much foul trouble, honestly. His first half fantasy score also looks really good. Wow, it was at 13 earlier. Yeah, it looked really good, but I went with the full game just because why not? Donte kind of scarred me last game. Donte kind of scarred me for first half props last game. But he's good. He's good for 27. I bet on this before. He's good for it. And it's Flex Friday, so it is what it is. It is what it is. But you know, he also has to be down low. I like the usage. He has to be down there getting boards. A lot of people get scared when they bet on centers against like Minnesota or the Cavaliers, but you have to understand that's when you want to bet on them. When they're playing somebody like the Clippers who can go small ball, they can go small ball. They can afford to stay outside the paint because they got to stay outside the paint pretty much. But when you're playing against Rudy Gobert, you have to be in the paint. You have to be around the painted area. He's not spacing any floor. That means your center that you're betting on is going to be around all the boards, going to be around all the opportunities to get blocks and steals. Is going to be around all the, you know what I'm saying? He's just going to get a lot of uses. There's going to be a lot of traffic around him, and that's why you really do. And in addition, their lines are going to be lower. Brook Lopez fantasy score is at 30 sometimes, but because he's playing Minnesota, and they want people to take it, it's at a cool 27. The lines just be lower, but it's a steal. It's a steal. It's a steal. But nothing is 100%. That's why we practice risk management. But anyways, moving on, we got Felipe Dos Santos over 70.5 significant strikes. If y'all didn't know, PrizePicks with significant strikes with MMA props is probably the best opportunity to grow your bankroll on this entire app, on this entire platform. They don't bump these, honestly. They do not bump them until like right before the fight. So really, you can abuse these. I did this with Chris Curtis. I was abusing his significant strike props. I hit a 5-man, I hit a 6-man. I hit like 5 for 6 on like 3 more 6-mans. I hit every taco like for 25. Like I was making so much bank off of just Chris Curtis, off of that one MMA prop because they refused to bump it, and there was so much value. I don't think y'all understand how much value it is. I guess they're priced so low because there's knockout opportunity, but we follow the math over here. We follow the math and the odds. So first of all, I found this because I use Props Made Easy. Props Made Easy helps me go through. I'm not sponsored or anything by any of these apps. I don't know. They, I haven't talked to none of these people, but but uh he was the first one. 6 differential. That means they got him at a 76.5 on underdog. Uh we love the value. We love EV betting. If they think he's gonna get this high and they got him priced this high and we're getting him this low, cool with me for sure. There's always knockout risk. Is MMA, fights can end early, but based off of the matchup, the books don't think it's going to end early. So why would I think it's going to end early? They're $1 billion corporations that get paid to not get paid, but they are paid to price their lines. Uh, Prize Picks in them, they more so DFS apps. Their bankroll isn't as grand as like a FanDuel. So to my understanding, I'm not gonna act like I know everything, but the way I understand it is these less popular apps, these less popular sports, they're not investing as much in these as they are in figuring out the lines for NBA and NFL. It's that simple. More people are playing these by far, so why would they put more money in? It just doesn't make sense. That's why you have steals like this. You have steals like these. Chris Curtis line was at like 66.5. He had like 149 significant strikes that match. It's whatever. I'm pretty sure they might be this line because it has something to do with knockout risk, but bear with me. So if you didn't know, the over under for this fight is 2.5. There's only 3 rounds in general. Felipe is the favorite, of course. So we like that. He's a heavy favorite. We like that it's over. It's supposed to go over 2.5. 2.5 rounds. So it's going to the third round pretty much. And if you didn't know, it's like minus 200 to go to decision. This is all on DraftKings. We really like this. Is minus 200 going decision. Um, the odds are more grand. Like if they was to get a finish in round 1, you would get paid less than if they was to get a finish in round 3, which means that as the fight goes on, we're not hoping for it to, you know what I'm saying? If it ends in round 1, we're L's. But once they like slow down, once they get a little tight, they're just trying to get to decision and everything. It's less, you know what I'm saying? That's when I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I hope y'all are getting it. But I'm just trying to talk through it. But basically, it's going to decision pretty much. They like it. They go to decision. Uh, you get it's going to decision pretty much. It could be an early. What I'm trying to say is it could be an early knockout, early submission, something like that. But as the fight tapers on, is more likely to go to this decision. All right, that's what I was trying to say. My bad. I'm not editing it out either because I'm authentic over here. But yeah, I like it. I like it to go to decision. I like it. It's going to start round 3. They like the odds for it to start round 2 and round 3. And we can even check his stats. He lands 6.6 a minute. Uh, he lands 6.6 a minute. So if you do the math, 6.6 times 5, there's 5 minutes every round, times the 3 rounds. That's 99. What if he got to 2 rounds? 66. So literally, we just need round 3 to start him to get a couple more punches. He can knock the dude out. It's all good. But if it gets to round 3, we love this to hit. We love this to hit. We love this to hit. It could hit in round 2, honestly. But as long as nobody gets knocked out, which the books don't think is going to happen, we're fine. We're fine. And that's all. That's all for Felipe. Ray Farkey, League of Legends. I do not know much about League of Legends, but I do know that when Props Made Easy shows me something, and I think, did he get bumped? Oh, they took him off of Underdog. They took him off or something like that. Something happened, but he was at 11.5 on Underdog. That was a 2.5 differential. I don't know if you still want to play this, but I took the value. I saw the value before Underdog removed it or whatever, but I snatched this up. So you can take it. You cannot take it. You can go under if you want, You could fade it, whatever. But I saw the value. It wasn't that many basketball props that I was rocking with. It wasn't too many NBA props I was rocking with. Didn't see none for college. Hockey slate is not that good to me today. It didn't have the odds I wanted. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw in some League of Legends. Why not? So that's what happened. Karl Anthony Towns 2.5 assists. Uh, I saw this honestly. I saw minus 140 on DraftKings. Still projected to go over. Apex Simulator still got it, even more projected to go over. He's going to get 3 to them. Uh, Hopped on RotoWire. My bad, I'm just checking. Hey, man, okay, never mind. But hopped on RotoWire. Saw Karl Anthony Towns. Where's his assist at? Saw the books was loving it. Minus 140 on points bet. You know, bet MGM minus 125, FanDuel minus 122. That's not the best. Well, I mean, with a 6-man like we're doing on they pay you at like minus 119 odds, so you're still getting value no matter what. Uh Hit rate is not the best. We're gonna go into the hit rate though. This is probably my iffiest pick, but those be the ones that cash. I'm not gonna lie. So Karl Anthony Towns, he's capable of passing the rock. He's improved as a playmaker among the years. I remember when he first got into the league, he couldn't pass for nothing. But I'm gonna just click on one and go to assists. But 2.5, yeah, they still loving it. They still loving it. He might got bumped to 3.0 in some apps because, oh yeah, they don't got points bet. Never mind. But yeah, the hit rate is not the best. In fact, he played Milwaukee this month and had 1 assist. He had 1 assist. But he's capable of diming. He had this stretch here where he was just throwing dimes. Honestly, they couldn't even put his assist prop up there, and if they did, it was bumped. But I like the matchup. Milwaukee plays fast. There's a lot of offense to be had. We back from All-Star game. All-Star break. People are rested. There's no really injuries. It's just Jalen Clark. But we taking the value. The ball is going to be in his hands a lot. He's Karl Anthony Towns. He gets north of 30 minutes a game. Only time he doesn't is really if it's a blowout or something of the sort, or it's like a chill game. But they're playing the Bucks. Last time they played the Bucks, how much minutes did he have? Wait, it's right here. My bad. Yeah, he had 30 minutes. That's because they blew them out. I expect a closer game. The spread expects a closer game. I could be a biased Damian Lillard fan, but only time he really wasn't hitting was when he's not getting his minutes, honestly. So as long as he plays the minutes, as long as he gets the usage, he should be fine. We can check RotoWire's minutes, honestly. We can see how much they got him projected for. But it should be north of it should be like 37, honestly. 37 minutes or so. But let's see. 30 minutes, that's ugly. But he's probably going to play more. Nas Reed should get some play. But I expect Karl Anthony Towns to play more than 30 minutes. I'm not going to lie. This game should be closer. He should be playing more than just 30. I expect more than 30, me personally. But you don't have to pick this. I said it was the iffiest bet. I just like the projections on it. I didn't have that many picks to go off of. And I feel like he's due. I like betting on people in a slump. Where people see this last 5 and they go under. I probably go under. I go over. But that's it. That one wasn't the best pick, but that's what I went with, me personally. That's me personally. I just provide the picks. You decide if you like them or not. That's all to it. That's all it is to it. Yeah, all these games are past 8. I shot a video out by then, so hopefully y'all can lock these in. But if not, it should definitely be out before 10, so y'all could lock that in or whatever. But yeah, that's it. Honestly, I hope y'all have a great night, and hope y'all cashing. Sorry that I sold y'all out last game. Uh, you know, my idol Donte wasn't locked in. But that's all good. Losses happen. But we gonna get to it again. We starting the streak over again. Thanks for rocking with me. Hope y'all have a great night again. But yeah, that's all. I ain't gonna cap.